Greg is the most socially adept autist. He masks when possible and is mostly self-aware, ashamed, and frustrated. Rowley is the awkward middle stage. He struggles socially and is likely to stim or infodump in public. Little self-awareness. Fregley is the low-functioning autist. He has no concept of shame, no self-awareness, and no boundaries. The Greg and the Rowley get along pretty well. The Rowley makes the Greg feel comfortable enough to be sincere and openly autistic when alone with the Rowley. The Rowley doesn't have the same filters in public that the Greg does, leading to lashing out. The Greg does not like to be embarrassed by things he does in private.
Wanna come over to my house and... Greg whoops me a lot, but in his defense, sometimes I say stupid things.
The Rowley and the Fregley can get along, but the Rowley will always choose the Greg first. When these two are together, the Rowley takes on a Greg-like role in the relationship. The Greg is horrified by the Fregley. The Fregley is a monolith of autism, and the mere sight of the Fregley fills the Greg with secondhand embarrassment. The Greg is terrified of becoming a Fregley. The Greg is, above all, self-loathing. The Greg knows deep down that he is not all that different from the Fregley, and this haunts the Greg. The Rowley will experience the fruits of life to their fullest, not because he masks, but because he loves himself and is himself. The Rowley is happy. The Fregley is an alternate channel of being entirely. The Fregley has so few prospects of traditional success, and yet experiences joy. The Fregley is perfectly content with what makes him and him alone happy. The Greg is not happy. The Greg hates his autism and experiences only inner conflict and shame. The Greg lashes out at those important to him during moments of insecurity, bringing him more self-hatred. You do not want to be a Greg. The Greg may be a little more socially acceptable than the Rowley, but the Rowley is always more liked. The Rowley's sincerity and love is absent in the Greg, and the Greg does not understand how important that actually is to socialization. Addendum. There is no real difference between the Greg, the Rowley, and the Fregley. All of them are capable of morphing into one another situationally. If you are a Greg, you are a Fregley. If you are a Rowley, you are also a Greg. Sorry. That was just so emotional.